This is Silent Shooter. Let me double check. See if I'm actually heard anywhere. This is Silent Shooter. Uh, this is Henry. So, well, it's gonna be a sad practice today. Um, hey, Dr. S. Glad you can make it. Just like uh, the title says, this is probably goodbye. This is my last practice, probably my last live for the foreseeable future. Probably not going to be on again, maybe until at earliest 2027. I got a lot of stuff going on at home. Uh, I'm in school full time now, and I'm also uh, starting my second full-time job tomorrow. Uh, so sorry I don't have a crapsy. Um, I didn't think about that until just now. So sorry about that, everybody. But I just wanted to do my final practice. I haven't practiced since the last time y'all saw me. I think I was practicing with George. Um, after I'm done with this, after I'm done with this practice, I'm taking apart my table, putting up the chips, and I'm putting everything off to the side because I need the room uh, in this room for other things. So let's go ahead and start off with $1,000 bankroll. This is going to be on a crapless table. $400 in greens. I get 90 in red, 10 in white, and 5 black chips. Thanks. I appreciate it. Um, I really do. Uh, like I said, it's kind of sad. Um, Craps was a pretty big chapter in my life. Um, a lot of amazing friends, a lot of lasting brotherhood that I will cherish. And uh, I thank everybody for watching. Everyone that's ever watched me before, whether it be for uh, an entire hour or the whole practice or 30 seconds, maybe even 2 seconds. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all the friends that I've made throughout the years. Uh, but this is probably it. So, not even sure if I'm going to keep the table. Might sell it. But anyway, I'm going to make this a $15 table, $15 crapless table. And I'm going to start with uh, let's go, let's go 5656. And I'm going to, how am I going to do this? Oh yeah, I'm going to put a quarter on the extremes, working. The extremes will always be working no matter what. Here I go. 5656. Stick left 2.5 with 3. Dice out. 426. that goes. 6 is our point. That 4 is off axis. The 4 was, let's see, what did it do? It was an implosion, I believe. No, explosion, sorry. It was an explosion. See, I can't even get my implosion down correctly. So far removed from practicing. Uh, I'm going to go 330 inside, and I'm still keeping the quarters on the extreme. 5, 6, 5, 6. Here we go. Dice out. 5, 3, 8. 5, 3, 8. That was off axis. Right die explosion. Yes. There we go. 8 pays 105. I'm going to buy my phone and my 4 for 50 each. And I'm going to, well, I'll just keep the 5. Oops. And I'll just pay it off, pay the big on the win. So 5, 6, 5, 6. I'm going off axis here, so I really should change it to like a 3, 6, 3, 6, so I can get that 5 in here to get to go. Nice out. 5, 3, 8. Now, the right die imploded this, wait, no, right die imploded? Exploded. The 5 was on axis, the 3 exploded. Yeah, so 5, 3, 8. Right die explosion. That 8 pays another 105. This time I'm going to rack it, and I'm going to come down. I'm going to move that down to 160 account with the extremes working still. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to the 4646. Either I'm going to get a 9 or a yo. That's what I'm guessing. Dice up. 6, 5 yo. There we go. That's what I was expecting. Six, 5 yo. For $1, I get 75. And I'm going to go ahead and bump up my yo and my shocker, or the 1, 2, 3, quarter each. So we'll do that again. We'll do a 4, 6, 4, 6. Dice out. 5, 3, 8. That 8 is hot, so was it a 5, 3, 8? No, it was a 3, 5, 8. My apologies. 3, 5, 8. So This was off active. No, it was off active. What was it? Yeah, off active right die. Off active right die. Right die explosion. But the 8 pays 35. I'm going to go ahead and power press it. I'm going to drop a quarter and make this 890. 4, 6, 4, 6. Nice out. There we go. Got a pair of 6 shooters. Midnight, Midnight Train, Boxcars. That was on Axis primary. So for $1, we get 150. And I'm going to bump up my two and my box card by a quarter each. So all my extremes are at 50. We'll do that again. 4, 5, 4, 5. I rack 100. Price out. 3, 5, 8. Off axis right die. Right die explosion. That 8 pays 105. I'll go ahead and rack that. 4, 6. 4, 6 is the set. Price out. Kind of a bad throw, but 2, 6, 8. 2, 6, 8. That was a bad throw. Good result, but bad throw. That was off axis. Left die explosion. 8 pays 105. This is going to go up to, I'm going to drop what? I'm going to drop 15, I think. If I drop 15 to make this 210. Wait, it's not supposed to be 210, so I should drop another 30, right? Yeah, to make it 240. All right, there we go. 4, 6. 4, 6. Nice up. Hard 8. 4, 4, 8. That square pair. And we just pressed up that 8. This is our fifth 8, I believe. And that was on axis primary. That 240 pays what, 280? Maybe? Yeah, 280. I'll go ahead and rack that. Oh, 4, 6. 4, 6. Dice out. 5, 5, 10. Got the home wrecker. Hard 10. Per dollar, we get paid 50. With the dollar, I'm going to bump up my 10, my 4 to 50 each. That was a complete drift to the right. 4, 5, 4, or 4, 6, 4, 6. Price out. 6, 4, 10. That was on axis single pitch, so I'm going on axis now. So my apparently my mechanics have changed. I've had, well, maybe not, I don't know. But anyway, for $2, get 100. I'm gonna rack that one. 4, 6, 4, 6. Price out. 1, 2, 3, AC Doocy. What was that? That's off axis right die explosion. But we do have $50 on the ace deuce, that shocker. So we're going to get paid 6 to 1. I mean, not 6 to 1, 3 to 1. So we're going to get $150 off of that once we pay them $2. We'll get 150. I'm going to bump up my, you know what? I'm going to bump up, that's 150 there. I'm going to bump up my yo and my 3 to 100 each. Racking 50. Here we go. 4, 6. 4, 6. I think I put a little too much backspin on that one. That's why I went all the way around. Price out. Ooh, look at that. We got a pair of 6 shooters again on axis primary. And that should be our repeater for the 12. So I get $300, I believe, for $2. Because it's 6 for 1. So I have 50 on there. So I'll get $300. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bump up the 12 and the 2 to 150 each, racking 100. 4, 6, 4, 6. Price up. 2, 3, 5. That's our first 5. No field 5. FIFA. That pays 35. That goes all the way up to 60. So that's off axis right die, or left die. Left die implosion. No, explosion. Right die, or left die explosion. My apologies. 4, 5, 4, 5. I threw that one a little short of its landing zone, so got lucky on that throw. Price out. 2, 6, 8. There we go. Another one. That should be our repeater for the 8, if I'm not mistaken. Nope. Maybe I am mistaken. I don't know. That's. Oh, I guess the repeater was last time. Okay. $280. And what I'm going to do is 400 and uh, what goes in that? 420? 420? So I'll make that 420. 420 on the 8. 4 6. 4 6. Nice out. 1 3 4. That's our first 4 for the day. Little Joe, Kokomo. That's on axis single pitch. That's for $2. I don't have 2, so I drop a nickel, get 3 back, and I get 100 back. So I'm going to keep that. 4 6. 4 6. Nice out. All good things must come to an end, right? 3 4 7. That was explosion of both die. Didn't give it enough oomph. So 17 roller on that one. We made a little bit of profit. We left a lot on the table. That's okay. Um, I'm okay with leaving a lot on the table. We needed the 9 for the tall. We needed aces for the small. We It wasn't a bad roll. We had repeaters on the 12, repeaters on the 8. Um, yeah, I mean, I am definitely not upset with that one. It's actually a pretty decent roll to finish out my craps channel for now. One and done. All right. I don't even want to count what I have left on the table, so I'm not going to. No, I had a lot. Actually, I will count just for just and giggles, right? Everyone wants to know. Never even hit my point again, but 1, 2, 3, 5, 500. Another 500 right there, so it's $1,000 on the table. So $5,100, $5,160. Wait, no, and $35 on the table in place bets. I definitely did not make that much in profit. I probably should have regressed a little bit, at least once. Probably after the 10th hit, I probably should have regressed. But yeah, c'est la vie. So let's see how much profit I actually made. So this is the 1,000 that I started with. All right, so that's 1,000 there. Uh, $4.50. So I'll grab a couple of greens. I have a few greens over here, so I'll add that to that pile. $400. I'll get 4 more black chips. And I have 3 black chips over here. Change that for purple. So, hey Mel, this is the last. I'm glad you were able to drop by. This is my last practice um, for the foreseeable future. I'll be taking apart my table uh, right after I'm done with this practice, right after signing off here. Um, I start another full-time job tomorrow, so I'll have 2 full-time jobs, and I will be going to school full-time. Um, so I won't have any time to dedicate to crafts at all. I haven't in quite a while, and I also need the space. So I'm dismantling my table and putting it aside, and I'm not even sure if I'm going to sell it or not. I might sell it. I don't know. Um, but that's where I'm at right now. So I was only going to do 1 roll, and my 1 roll was a 17 roller. Uh, I hit the repeaters on the 12 and the 8. Was not able to get that 9 for the tall. Was not able to get the aces for the small. But I did end up leaving over $1,000, like $1,100 on the table, $1,135 on the table in bets, and I only made a little over $700 in profit. But I do appreciate you watching and always being there, and I appreciate everyone that's ever supported me. I've made a lot of lifelong friends, like I said earlier in the broadcast, and hopefully, maybe the earliest I'll be back on is 2027, if I am able to get back on. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and I'm just going to take a look at the results. Even though I didn't throw 36 times to get decent results. Ah, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this page. So no 9s, no aces. 8s were freaking out there. I had 8 8s, or 7 or 8 8s altogether. Um, hey SJ, how's it going? Thanks for watching. Always coming in, always supporting me. Uh, I won't bore you with the details, but this is my last practice before dismantling the table. Um, but I appreciate you watching, always supporting, and with that being said, everybody, everyone who's watching after the fact, I appreciate you. So until we meet again, maybe as early as 2027. Um, till we see you next time, I wish y'all good luck, stay safe, and stay healthy. Bye.